Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's one of my twist and close boxes. This is an octagonal one because it's got 8 sides. Now, I would strongly suggest that you don't allow your kittens to knock it off the side before filming because, you know, you bash up the top. But other than that, really cute, really clever, and it's a twist and close, which means that you just twist it and it opens. And this has got a Yankee candle. Actually, it doesn't have a Yankee candle jar candle in it. It's got a knockoff. It's a Love Hearts version, but yeah, you can see exactly the same size. But I love them. I love my twist and close boxes. I can't remember when I first designed them, certainly when we still lived in North Wales. So I'd say maybe 2015 or 2016 I first started coming up with them, and I love them. Absolutely love them. They're unique and unusual. And this one is going to be holding a verbena Yankee candle. This smell, oh, I wish we had smell-o-vision. It's divine. It's lemony, but floral lemony, but not too floral. It's kind of like a spicy, sharp, citrusy lemon. Anyway, you need a piece of cardstock that measures 9 by 7 inches. On, if you work in metric, 23 by 18 centimetres. Now, I'm working off a replay of my project. So this is one that I did. This is a variation of it. So this is 2017. So I'm doing a version of it. And I'm reading my own measurements and I'm going to copy them across into the blog post. So all you need to do, click open the description bar, all the measurements there. So imperial 9 by 7, metric 23 by 18. Super easy on the long side. We're going to score it every 1 inch all the way across. So 1, 2, 3 and so on. So in metric you're scoring yours at 2.5. It's actually, well, it's complicated. It's 2.5, 5.1, 7.6 and so on. So again, I'm not going to read out all of the measurements now because I don't want to batter your brains, and there's a lot. We do need to mark it along here, just a little mark with the smaller end of your stylus at the 1/2 inch mark. So where we scored at 1, 2, 3 and so on, we're going to score at 1/2, 1.5, 2.5 and so on. All the way along. Okay, and the same, you're going to do that in metric, but I've got it written down 1.2, 3.8, 6.4 and so on. So click over the description bar and you can, in the blog post itself, this video is embedded in there, so you can watch the video and the instructions are underneath. Okay, turn it to the side so your little markings are on the right hand side. Okay, and you're going to score it at 2 inches. Lose the dimensional, and at 5.5, which is in metric 5 and 14 centimeters. Okay, that's me done with the stylus. What I'm going to do now, and my hands are, I've just put hand cream on. Oh, I'm being shouted. That was Oliver. Mum, I'm just going to get some cake. That's okay. You have some cake. My mum makes the best cake in the world. Okay. So I've just put all of these little markings along the top, and I'm going to do one score line from there to here. Okay, and then you're going to go there to there. So we're not doing a score line from there like that to create sort of a V shape. We're just doing one from that mark to there, that mark to there. It will become clearer when I've done it. So yeah, my mum makes the best cake in the world. My mum's a very British cook. She does remarkable things with flour and eggs and yeast. She makes her own bread. She makes incredible cakes, and we now refer to it as simply as Nana cake. I think he's now shouting to I want a piece. We simply call it Nana cake. And Oliver, who's 9 and very serious and, you know, not big on the whole teasing thing, but is, you know, when he makes a statement he means it and stands by it. There we go, all scored. You can see just going in one direction. I'm going to burnish and keep chattering. So yeah, in all seriousness, the other day he sat there and he went, Mum, don't get any more cake. And so what do you mean? Because don't ever buy cake from the shop. Nana cake is the best. And carried on eating his piece of Nana cake. It was just so funny. I just thought, oh, you precious thing. And it was just like, yeah, don't bother buying any cake from the shop. You know, Nana cake. So my mum makes rock buns and fairy cakes, butterfly cakes, big cakes, all sorts. So we've currently got a Victoria sponge on the go downstairs, but also a chocolate cake with butterscotch cream inside, and then buttercream on top, and butterscotch sprinkles on top. Okay, right, I've chatted and burnished, so you can see what I've done here. These ones, so your piece of cardstock is naturally trying to rotate itself around like that. That's fine. These score lines here, we need to make it so that they divot in that fashion. So you're pushing them in. Okay, you're pushing them in, and just give a little bit of a burnish along the way, and that will help the close. And yeah, probably should have waited for my hand cream to absorb into my hands a little bit better before starting this video. Normally I put hand cream on before I'm filming, and then I wander off and do something else and, you know, prep and set stuff up and what have you, by which time it's all nice and, you know, well absorbed into my fingers. And then I don't have cardstock issues, but I've got cardstock issues now. Oops. It's because I was prepped and ready to go and then thought, oh, I need to put my hand cream on. So last couple, it does get a little bit fiddly at the end, but that's okay. I don't mind fiddly. There we go. So that's all done, and you can see the shape it's trying to make already. So it's concertinaing itself in. That's all good. Right, so this is all going to fold round into here. So I'm going to get some nice strong adhesive, and I'm actually going to use my tear and tape because I really want to get corner to corner on. Oh, I need to cut bits away first. Let's not do that. Let's cut bits first. So I'm just going to take a tiny little bit off there. So this is the right hand side where it's loose on its own, and cut these up. I'm thinking about cake now. I can have a piece of cake. Seriously, it's the best. Victoria sponge, light and fluffy sponge cake, with buttercream inside. It's none of this whipped cream nonsense. Buttercream and jam, and really good quality jam, and then caster sugar on the top. Okay, right. Let's try again with the tear and tape. So, like I said, I really want to get corner to corner on this. Okay. Peel off the backing. Tear and tape, I've missed you. And because it's got 8 sides, you can fold it over and lay it flat down. There we go. So that's all sealed, and it will all pop together like that. Okay, just like that. So I would suggest, and you can put your candle in either direction, it doesn't make a difference, but if you put it in like that, when you come to seal it up, it just keeps that lovely octagonal shape for you. Okay, so let me find the back. Here's the back. So I'm going to be putting these 3 in last, and I'm going to grab some glue. This has been stood on its end a little bit too long, so I think it's a bit gummed up. Oh no, it's okay. So 1 over. So these were the front, so they're going in next. Okay, and then turn it over, and that candle is hopefully sinking to put its own weight on it. Yeah, it's sunk. So that's putting its weight on. So I'm just going to leave that to one side for a minute, and you saw what I did. Look at this. In and out, and the candle pops in and out with no problem. When it's a perfect fit and it makes that sound, and literally you just pop all of the bits in, and and it keeps itself shut. Right, I've got some DSP. So I'm using the Artistry Blooms because I love the wonderful array of different colours. This is 3 by 9 inches. That's going to wrap round. But again, I just want that glue to set a little bit more. So I'm going to punch my daisy flowers. And I've got the medium daisy punch. Not the big one, the smaller one. And I'm going to take 3 of those. Pop them off to one side and grab my bone folder and just very gently I'm going to curl the edges. I didn't curl the edges on the first one, so they're flat, but I'm going to curl the edges on this one because I like to show you the different look. Bit sad we've lost our faceted gems because they fitted perfectly in the centre of these, but these sequins, they're adhesive back sequins and they don't have holes in the middle. They're okay. They're fitting, they're doing. I'm not a sequin girl. I think because I spent much of my childhood, my primary school years in the 80s when sequins were a big thing. Maybe overdosed the sequin thing. So I'm going to take mini glue dot on the back of one and offset it, off-centre it. What was I don't even know what I was trying to say. Off-centre it, and then another one, and then off-centre that one. I will if I can. There we go. Okay, and just push down firmly. And when you've got hold of it, you can start moving all the petals of your flower. Focus on me, not the project. There we go. You can just move them around and just very pretty. Right, let's grab these sequins. So these are from Artistry Blooms. And so we've got all of the different colours. So we've got this lovely purpley colour and a blue. And they're very slightly iridescent. I think you can probably see it reasonably well in this. Oh, for goodness sake, what is wrong playing with my camera today? So they're slightly iridescent. But the bigger ones they're about right for the middle of that. Somebody on the top floor's just won his game. Oh, summer holidays with children. Right, so I'm pretty sure that's dry now. So 3 by 9 inches. Don't remember what that was in metric. I'm going to say 7.5 by 23, 7.2 by 23 centimetres. Just really to get it started, I'm going to give it a bit of a roll up. Just to get it started a little bit, and then more tear and tape because you know I've got it out. And let me find the seam. There's the back, and I'm wrapping it round. I'm not trying to make it fit the creases or anything like that. I'm just simply wrapping. Oh. Put the glue that side. Do you know what? I have an awful lot of fun crafting. You know what? I probably should have put the glue there. Should we just get some glue in there? Keep that shut. Do you know, yeah, you'd have a whale of time. If you ever want to come craft with me, we'd giggle a lot. Okay, so while that's attempting to dry, I'm going to pop some more glue dots on the back of here. We'll go with a couple. And about there. Oh, and I put my sequins away. That's silly. Get those back out. I'm going to go small this time. And yeah, they've got glue on the back. Love it. 3 on there. Clear mount cases. Just saying, you get 8 in a pack. Pop that closed, and yeah, that's all glued up. How cute is that? And it's loose. That's okay. So you could swap it out. If you didn't like the colour, you could change it. I think that's really lovely. I think that's simple. Like I say, really do not let your cat play with them. But they're lovely. I love this style of box. And yeah, I've designed dozens of different versions of them, from 3-sided right up to, I believe I've got a 10-sided one. I don't remember. There are that many. 3-sided, 4-sided, 5, 6, 8, all sorts. Tall ones, short ones, I've got paper ones, all sorts, loads. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.